how to pivot online in 2020. It's one of the questions I'm getting asked so much by business owners and coaches and professionals out there these days. And you know what? I went to Google to search for an answer the other day to see, what advice is out there for people. And this is what came up with Forbes. Forbes said the very first thing you should do is don't think about selling online. Think about servicing your existing customers. The second thing was use social media. Well, yes, I know I'm meant to do that, but how will that actually help me get leads, get clients, get results? And the third thing on that list was get my tech. So get my website in order, get Shopify, get Zoom. Is anybody not using Zoom these days? And, while there were good advice and there were, obvious advice, what was missing for me was as a business owner, that doesn't give me actual specific, strategic, actionable steps that will help me get more leads, get more clients, and get more success now, when the opportunity online is huge right now. And I think one of the most common mistakes people make is pivoting online is misunderstood. People focus on the online and they forget about the pivot. They think pivoting online is just about getting online. So as long as you've got all your social media online, as long as you have all your tech online, that somehow business will just happen online. But that's not what it's about. Pivoting is the key word here. Pivoting is thinking about your business differently. It's seeing opportunity when there wasn't opportunity before. It's bringing creative and inductive thinking to it. Here's what pivoting is. There's 3 critical components to how to pivot successfully online in 2020. The first part is your competitive strategy. There's 5 key questions that you ask to help you determine and drill down to what is it that make you different than everybody else out there? What is it that make your market want to do business with you and only you and nobody else? There's 5 key questions, and if you'd love to unpack what those 5 questions are with me and how to go about answering that for your business, I'd love to invite you along to a wonderful live virtual workshop I'm running called How to Pivot Online in 2020. All you gotta do is click the button below. Now, the second critical component to how to pivot online in 2020 is your product strategy. And I don't mean just figuring out logistically how to replicate what you're doing offline, online, because majority of the time that doesn't work. And maybe you're watching this video because that's what you've been told, and you're sitting there thinking, well, how is a restaurant supposed to do restauranting online? It's not as simple as it sounds, and you're right. Your product strategy isn't about solving the limitations that COVID-19 and the lockdown and everything in 2020 so far is placing on your business. Your product strategy to pivot is about looking at the advantages that being online give you in your business, in your products, in your market that you've never had before. There's 3 specific game-changing advantages that if you know how to tap into them and make them work for you, it could transform your business. And it did ours. When COVID-19 hit us, we pivoted online completely from a coaching education business offline to 100% online learning in 4 days. 4 days. And while that month our sector plummeted by 60%, we grew as a business by 25% because we figured out how to tap into these 3 advantages. And we figured out how to think about our product differently. So if you'd love to find out and unpack that for you and your business and workshop that together, so we're not just talking theory, but we're actually making it happen and putting it in action, then I'd love for you to click on the button below now and find out more. Now, the third component, after you've got the competitive strategy in place and your product strategy in place, now we're looking at the online strategy. Now we're diving into mapping out your 90-day pivot plan. In fact, when you join me on this workshop, that's exactly what we're going to be doing together. We're going to map out how you can pivot online in 90 days. Now, if that sounds like it may be worth your time or something that is piquing your interest in any way, shape, or form, and you're curious about how you can make it happen online for you, in your business, in your coaching, in your profession, then go ahead and click the button below and just find out more about what this opportunity could mean for you. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.